Welcome.
Welcome. Lots of things happened this year.
A lot's happened. Lots of firsts as well,
Yeah.
I feel, which is pretty cool.
Speaking of firsts, I'm drinking coffee.
Is that the first time you've ever drank coffee?
Well, it's because I'm thirsty.
Oh, thirsty. Lots of firsts this year. Lots of attractive young men and women.
We breached 2,000 subscribers.
We did.
And we're closing in on 3,000, which is insane. CHUB played Bloodstock. Well, we'll get to all of that.
Whoa.
We'll
Hold
get
your
to all of that.
horses.
First,
Hold on.
we want to go through our Spotify and Apple Music Wrapped. Thank you so much to all 6 of our exclusive Patreon members. If you want to become an exclusive Patreon member, the link is in the description below.
This year, if you've done Spotify Wrapped, you will notice that it's been significantly less exciting.
Yeah, less colourful, less images, less art.
And just fewer categories as well, and statistic. I don't know, it's just been shit. And people are like saying it's AI, and it 100% is.
I would
so
agree.
Shit. Yeah.
It is AI. It's that time of year again. Wraps up life moments.
Fast. I'll do the reading bit.
Yeah, I can't
Luckily, we took notes. Oh, they took notes, did they? You listened for 20,988 minutes this year. It puts you in the top 18% of listeners worldwide. Your biggest listening day was on the 7th of November with 425 minutes.
I wonder what you were doing that day. Check
I
your
was just about to check my calendar. That was nothing special.
Where do you find the time?
Oh, how does she do it? Where does she find the time? I'm so sorry that had to come
You
out.
played 3,062 songs this year. Also, that was disgusting.
I know. And one song again and again and again and again. Holy Homicide by Rave the Requiem. This song is just an earworm, and you know the only way to get rid of an earworm is to listen to it over and over again.
Yep.
Oh, the top 0.05% of listeners globally. Yeah, I'm putting that on my CV. You streamed it 25 times starting on 28th of February. Commitment never sounded so good.
It just sounds...
It's just cringe.
It's just a bit like, look at this artwork.
hate
I don't know. Top songs.
Holy Homicide, Song of the Stones. I feel like if we were to pick an anthem for this year, it would be Song of the Stones.
Yeah,
for
this
many
song
reasons.
is awesome.
Yeah.
And like I'll get into it like when I get to mine, but I've played it a lot this year too.
Newish Corpaclani song, banger.
Yeah.
More Green Lung, Hunters in the Sky.
I'm impressed that your top 5 songs aren't all soundtracks this year, but I see someone at the bottom there still snuck in.
Borislav, yeah. I love Night Song from the Baldur's Gate 3 soundtrack. It's my shower song, it's my Zen song, it's just so beautiful.
It is a beautiful song.
It's amazing. So that's probably always going to be in my top 5 until I'm like 50 years old.
Alright, we've got a little space action here.
Okay, Zhong, Rainbow Road. Nerdy, calm, classical soundtrack phase.
When are
Borislav.
you not in a nerdy, calm, classical soundtrack phase?
I know. It's because like any situation, a soundtrack just fits.
Yeah.
Like if you're feeling stressed, soundtrack. Oh my god, it's like the music equivalent of a cup of tea. It's good in any scenario.
March.
Viking parody power metal season. Twilight Force, Powerwolf and Sabaton. I mean, that's like a mainstay genre for me all year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, skip into November. Let's go.
November was your atmospheric fantasy dungeon synth moment.
Oh my god, another dungeon synth moment. I think I discovered Hole Dweller in this month.
Such a random hyperfixation.
I just
You're just like, oh, I'm just gonna suddenly get into like Mega Drive sounding fantasy music.
It hits the spot, you know.
Like a cup of tea.
Like Hole Dweller, Questmaster and Eldamar. You listen to 1,067 artists.
That's a lot of artists.
That actually is, when you really think about it.
Yeah, but one at a special place.
Oh,
Green
my boy.
Lung.
My boy. Longest listening streak was 3 days. I
Damn.
sat there for 3 days and nights.
Non-stop listening to Green Lung. To be fair, if this video is anything, it's a Green Lung advertisement.
Actually is. You overachiever. I've never been called an overachiever in my life until now.
Until AI Spotify came along.
So blessed by AI.
Who else got a lot of play this year? Big reveal in 3, 2, 1. Oh,
Timed that well, didn't you?
thank you. Okay.
Okay.
Lots to dissect.
It's not really. Is it? Green Lung, Borislav, so Baldur's Gate guy, Rave the Requiem, Bill Brown.
Who's Bill Brown?
He does the soundtrack to Lineage 2.
Lineage 2.
It's so good.
Have you ever played Lineage 2?
No.
God, I used to play Lineage 2 before I got into WoW.
And Hole Dweller. I did not expect this as my top 5. I didn't
No.
expect Rave the Requiem, I'm not gonna lie.
Until we meet again.
Beep,
wow. You're right, that was bland.
It was bland. Because do you remember last year on Spotify, it would be like, you have the same music taste as this little town in Finland and
Yeah.
stuff like that. That was a really cool touch, and then they just lost it, and now it's just like...
Yeah, and it had lots of like artwork and stuff, and this literally looked like Microsoft are doing a corporate year in review slideshow to their
stats.
Shareholders kind of vibe.
I wasn't expecting Hole Dweller. Or
considering you started listening to them in November.
That just goes to show that I really listened to them
You did.
in the last 2 months of the year.
Right, shall we do mine?
Let's do yours.
2,106.
No, 21,000.
Oh. Fucking hell.
So you listen to more music than me.
Yeah, but that's just because I put music on in the car.
That's true.
Your longest streak was 20 days.
I see some Hell Ripper in there.
Yeah, Hell Ripper was sick.
I see some
592 artists, one stood out. Green Lung.
Of course, it's
There it is.
The boys in Green Lung.
1,569 minutes. Monthly top artists. Green Lung, Kid Capici, that's probably because we were seeing them. Blind Guardian, because we were seeing them. Electric Callboy. I did go through a little Electric Callboy phase.
Yeah.
I don't remember listening to that much Bo Burnham.
Bo Burnham was very like pandemic core.
Yeah, pandemic. COVID core. Green Lung, Battle Beast because we were seeing them, Arch Enemy because we were seeing them, Brothers of Metal because we were seeing them, Foolish Fans because we were seeing them.
You only listen to bands when we're seeing them.
Yeah.
So if I want to get you into a new band, we have to be
them.
seeing them.
Yeah.
Which is kind of sucky.
Well, tough titties. Green Lung was your top artist 2 months in a row. You made it into Green Lung's top 500 listeners.
Oh my god.
Jeez. See, the Apple Music one, it's simple, but they're not trying to do anything. Just like,
stop trying to sell me Apple products every day.
3,100 songs. Song of the Stones! There it is. When we saw them at Bloodstock, I was really hungover, and Song of the Stones made me cry. I was just so like hungover and fragile. I don't know, it just made me happy.
Yeah,
in a good
you were
way.
emotionally vulnerable.
126 albums.
Albums.
One stayed in the rotation. Oh, what a surprise. This Heathen Land. 351 minutes. There was one genre you came back to again and again. Metal. That proves that meat and metal, you know, I'm metal.
Take note.
I can be metal.
I can drink mead.
Top artists. Green Lung, Blind Guardian, Machine Head, Battle Beast, Brothers of Metal.
Nice.
Top songs. Let's see the top 15. Green Lung. Right at the bottom, Valhalla. If
Cool.
Green Lung ever watch this, they're going to think I'm like some creepy like stalker guy. Top albums. Green Lung, Castle Rat. There you go, something different.
Luke recommended us Castle Rat.
Yeah, during the Halloween stream. Because we were like well into Green Lung, and we were like, we want to find bands that are similar.
Yeah, like old school Sabbath doomy vibes.
Yeah, and Luke recommended them, and they're awesome. But other things happened this year.
They did.
Shall we go into our top
moments?
Our top moments of the year.
This isn't like a particular specific moment, but I felt like it had to be on the list.
Yeah.
Just meeting so many viewers at Bloodstock.
Yeah, that was really nice.
This year felt
like
community vibes.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it felt very humbling, and it felt so good to actually meet a lot of you. So that was one of my highlights of the year, I think.
No, that was definitely, that's not in my top things. I'm a horrible person.
Wow, he
but
hates
that definitely
viewers.
is now. My number 5 was the 2 times we went to Vienna.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm lumping them both in together because they were both very different experiences.
Yes, yeah.
You know, one of them was Christmassy with all the Christmas markets, and we went to Foolish Fans. The other was for your mum's birthday, and we went out to Battle Axe and got really drunk.
Oh my god,
and partied. And as you might know, if you follow us on Instagram, link in the description for our socials, I've been learning German. We went in March, and I knew a bit German. I was recognizing words, but then going in December, I was like, oh shit, I know some words now.
Are you like German now?
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. Whoa!
Yeah.
We already discussed this earlier, but I actually put Green Lung at Bloodstock doing Song of the Stones.
Right.
I didn't cry or anything, but I remember just being like, and like watching the guy with the drums and the mullet, and I was like, this is like how
the drums and the mullet.
The drums and the mullet and the tash and the.
Alright, I'm lumping this all into one. Every single nature walk we went on all of last year.
That's so nice. Yeah.
Well, I was skimming through the monthly vlogs just to remind myself of what we'd done, and we just went on so many lovely walks, and I just can't pinpoint one particular walk which was special, because they're all special in a certain way, because it's weird. Like, I'll go have like a gig and loads of people, loads of chat chatty time and it'll be really fun, but the next day I'll be a bit socially drained, so I go to the woods and it's like recharging my batteries.
Yeah.
And then I'm ready for socializing again. It's like a hack, an introvert hack.
Okay. Next one. The moment when CHUB won Metal to the Masses.
Oh, you.
Oh, I was so proud. I remember like Alex announcing it and like me wanting to like wade my way over and give you a big hug, but you were like flocked by people and I was like, you know what, this is fine.
We were in like filming YouTube mode, and I'll be honest, I didn't really think I was going to win.
Yeah.
So you were on one side of the stage and I was on other, so we could get two different angles.
Some dynamic angles.
But then when he announced CHUB, it was like, oh fuck, and suddenly it's like, oh, celebrate time, fuck the channel.
And I guess with that I would also say like you playing Bloodstock, the whole package.
The whole package. The 2 music videos we filmed with CHUB this year.
Nice, yeah.
So you got the Carolina Reaper one, which, I don't know, it was just fun. Even though we ate a Carolina Reaper and that did suck at the time, it was still a really fun day of filming, hanging out with friends.
Yeah.
In hindsight, it's really funny. And the music video came out great.
Secondhand fun.
Yeah. Yeah, post-fun.
Post-fun.
And then, obviously, the Microwave Dave music video. That was probably the most I laughed all of last year.
Yeah, my cheeks were like aching by the end of that night.
Yeah.
Exploring the Grass Pop site for the first time.
Oh, that was fun.
Just like being there for the first time, taking it all in, getting the lay of the land, seeing how much better it is than most UK festivals.
One of the best parts of Grass Pop was when me, you and Ben went out the first night and we just had food and walked around and explored and...
Oh yeah, we
was just,
hugged some trees.
Yeah, it was just chill. My number 2 was Tully's Farm. It was genuinely such a good time and it was so much fun to just hang out with like Jasper, Mila and Steve, have some drinks, get spooked and frightened. The atmosphere was amazing.
Have some churros.
Churros!
My last one was when Flogging Molly played If I Ever Leave This World Alive.
Oh.
That was my cry time. It made me feel things in like a good way, in like a release way, and I really enjoyed it because I love Flogging Molly and I haven't seen them since 2014 Hellfest. So 10 years, so it's like a long time coming.
My number 1, we've already mentioned, it was winning Metal to the Masses and playing Bloodstock. Yes! How the fuck did that happen?
You've played at Bloodstock Festival.
Yeah, we played on the same day as Corpaclani.
You did! One of my favourite bands!
It was nuts, just like the whole process, like the fact that we had initially got knocked out and then we got brought back due to popular vote.
Yeah.
And then we won the semi-finals and then we just won the finals and that's all recorded, all the videos are up on the channel. Then playing Bloodstock was amazing and the crowd was just perfect. I'd say like 2/3 of that audience were Meat and Metal fans, and thank you so much to anyone that came down for that. I understand we were clashing with Malevolence, which is a big clash for some people, but I can't believe how rammed that tent was considering that.
I know. I just loved the whole process of Metal to the Masses as well.
Yeah.
It was just, you get the community in Sussex and whatnot supporting each other. It was just very wholesome to watch.
Yeah.
The little CHUB mini tour thing was fun. I'm sure Sandwich in Bristol was a highlight for you.
Oh,
you should have written that.
Honourable mention, Sandwich.
Shall we do our top gigs of the year?
Top gigs. Number 5, Green Lung at Bloodstock.
Nice.
Fucking loved it. I probably would have loved it more if I actually knew them better at the time, because I listened to them a shit ton after the fact, and I wasn't so hungover, which is why I'm looking forward to their show in February.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Same. It's going to be a really good time.
But it was still amazing. The slow mosh pit was the only mosh pit I went in that whole weekend.
Yeah, the funereal mosh pit.
Yeah. It was great. What about you?
Wednesday 13, doing Murder Dolls.
Nice.
It like cleansed my inner child. Well, I say child, teenager. The set list was awesome. His performance itself was so good. It was just such a lively gig and it was exactly what I wanted. As soon as I started writing this list, that was the first one I thought of.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I'm going to remember that as one of my gigs of the year.
Alright, my next one, Hell Ripper at Green Door Store.
Nice.
Is that in yours?
Yeah.
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 Honestly, we saw them at Bloodstock and they were really good. But no matter how big a band is, I always will prefer a smaller venue. And it was just posy vibes. There was a massive mosh pit going on. They were really tight.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah, no, I agree. Blind Guardian.
Nice.
In April. This particular show just felt very special. Seeing the whole crowd sing like Bard song. And I just thought they were awesome. I love Blind Guardian.
Number 3, Feuerschwanz.
That's on mine as well.
Oh my god! When Elaine suggested we go see them, I think that might have been the first time I'd ever properly heard of them.
Yeah.
And so, leading up to the show, I put their setlist on from Setlist FM like I usually do. I make a playlist and just listen to it. But it still didn't really click. But when we got there and they started playing, and the crowd, it was one of the biggest mosh pits I've ever seen in my life, considering it's folk power metal, whatever you want to call it. It was just so much fun. It was so ridiculously hype.
Yeah.
It was a bit like Corpaclani at Bloodstock, which was also just as hype.
And their chemistry on stage, and you had like the two like badass women doing shit.
Yeah.
And then when they like formed a pyramid and the violinist stood on their shoulders and just did the do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I was like nerding out so bad.
It was awesome.
Powerwolf in Vienna, the reception they get in Europe compared to the UK is insane, and their whole stage show and the use of props and screens and like digital puppet thingies.
Pyro.
Yeah, pyro. Yeah, I didn't understand any of the banter that they were saying, but I'm sure it was funny. Exactly. Got to stop seeing German bands in a German-speaking country. But yeah, it just blew me away, and like I'm so pleased I went, and it was just such a nice little trip away as well. And I did like that venue, Gasometer. I thought that's a really cool venue.
My number 2, AC/DC. God, they were so good, and they've got so many bangers, and unless they play Download, that would probably be the last time we see them.
Isn't that sad?
It is sad. I mean, I don't know if they're getting too old to do farewell tours, but this did feel a bit farewell-y. Angus is 69 years old at the time, and more than double my age, and he's fitter than I am.
know.
Whatever.
Considering it was like a stadium show as well, I had such a great time. Because I've never seen a band at a stadium before, and as soon as we walked in those doors and looked around, I was like, oh my God.
There were so many people.
And we didn't get there that early either. Like, we missed Pretty Reckless, but we ended up with quite a decent spot, I'd say. Yeah.
About 5 minutes before they started. So
Yeah.
it all worked out.
Yeah. Dragon Force.
Yeah.
I thought their stage setup was really cool, like the big arcade machines.
Yeah.
I remember just having a really good time. The whole squad was there as well.
Yeah, full squad. Royal Republic.
Yeah.
They probably would have been in my top 5 had we not had to leave the gig early.
Yeah, so no fault of their own.
We left the gig early because the trains were fucked, because we live in the UK, and it's the first time I personally had ever left a gig early, and it sucked.
It did suck.
It absorbed all the vibe, and I didn't like it, so we're never doing it again.
No. And we didn't even need to leave it early in the end, did we?
Oh,
Go and watch the vlog for our stress.
Stupid.
It's
fucking Southern Rail
Stupido.
thing. Shit.
We did mention it earlier, Corpaclani at Bloodstock.
Yeah.
I love Corpaclani. I knew they'd be good. Most folk metal that's in the Sophie tent, the mix is just not good.
Yeah.
Anything when there's like an instrument that's not guitar, bass or drums. But this time round, the sound was great.
It was flawless. It was the best I've ever heard any folk metal live.
Same. We were in a really good spot. We spent most of the gig in the pit.
Yeah, and we were really drunk and ecstatic because CHUB had just played.
Yeah, so we were like
People
riding
were
the
feeding
high.
us alcohol.
Yeah.
It was just great.
It was really good fun.
It was just posy vibes.
Yeah.
All right, my number 1 band of the year. Drum roll, please. Judas Priest.
Hey!
And I understand why you went to see Pendulum, because Pendulum are great live, and you'd never seen them before. But I have zero regrets. I want to see Priest every damn day of my life. I think Rob Halford is the best human to ever exist, and I
He's
love
a god
him.
amongst men.
Yeah, Judas Priest, whenever they come on in the car, I never skip it. I just never get tired of Priest. They just sound so good.
Yeah.
I hate the fact that Rob's 70. If I were to click my fingers and make anyone in this world immortal, it would be Rob Halford.
Not like your friends and family.
No, it would be Rob Halford. So I could see Judas Priest for the rest of my life.
We've done some really cool stuff this year,
Absolutely.
and I'm nothing but grateful for these experiences.
And if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. What are your top 5 gigs of the year?
Yeah,
And yeah,
put them down below. I wanna hear about it.
yeah, definitely. See you in the next one, which will be the December vlog. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, yeah.
It's me, Dee Snider of Twisted Sister. Yeah, you know me, and I am here to tell you, subscribe to Mead and Metal. Subscribe to Mead and Metal. The power of Christ. Subscribe to Mead and Metal.